Hello fellow island riders and island adventurers. Glad to have you along on the adventure again today. A little bit of a different adventure today. I figured I'd take advantage of the days getting a little bit longer and come up after work here and go on a bit of a hike. A little bit of a two-part hike, if you will. It's some great spots up in this area, and this area being the Brackley Beach area. So behind me is obviously the beach, but in a little different season than we're normally used to seeing it at. So this is pretty much the dead of winter. You know, we're here in the end of January, so of course that means again it's channel update time. So hopefully the roar of the sea is not too bad on us here, and hopefully the wind wasn't too bad. I tried to pick a not so windy day to come out here and have a chat, but you know, we'll see how far we get with that. Either way, it's beautiful out. Beautiful in its own kind of way, which is what I really love about Prince Edward Island. So right off the hop, let's get this out of the way and talk about the big news for the end of January. You know, if you are a KLR 650 enthusiast, you already know by now that we have a brand new Gen 3 KLR 650. That's amazing. The 2022 KLR 650 is now on the market. Well, it's soon to be. Who knows? There's a little bit more detail left to be brought up from Kawasaki, but either way, it's really, really cool. It's looking really good. I mean, for the longest time, a lot of us thought that, you know, the KLR 650 ended at 2018, but now here we are with a whole new generation to look at. And you know what, there are some things that, you know, a lot of people aren't too happy with it, but I personally am really excited for it, that's for sure. I'm excited for everyone who's just getting into dual sport and ADV riding. Like, now is an excellent time to do that. There's such a huge field of motorcycles to choose from to get into that scene. You have the Tenere out there, the T7 just killing it, crushing it as a really good bike. There's KTM, which is excellent here too on Prince Edward Island, because one of our major motorcycle dealerships is now supplying KTM bikes, which is excellent. Before, we didn't have too many options on the island as far as getting that. And of course the KLR 650 is out with its Gen 3. So that's amazing. I'm really excited about it. It's a new look for the bike, but it has a lot of the same really core things that make the KLR 650 good. You know, it's still a low price point. So for people who just want to get into dual sport riding and don't have a lot of upfront cash, you know, they don't have to spill out a lot of money to get into it. Plus, by the looks of it, it's still relatively mechanically accessible. You know, you don't really have a lot of that electronics that's getting in the way of you being a little bit more involved with your motorcycle. So to say the least, I'll say I'm pretty excited for it. But of course, I've said it before, it's me and Fox, ride or die, so I'm not upgrading here at any time in the future. What do you think? Is it a good time to go for a swim? I didn't bring my swimming trunks, so I think I'm gonna pass this time. Also, the whole threat of hypothermia, rip currents, and being carried out into that abyss is kind of off-putting for myself too. What isn't off-putting for me though is what we got in store for upcoming little bits here in the upcoming weeks for Island ADV. I'm really excited because we've got a lot of cool new videos coming up, and we got a couple new things that we're trying out. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. So if you haven't already noticed, last Friday, we launched a bit of a maintenance video. I went over my routine inspection that I kind of do every second Sunday. And that was a really good video. You know, people seem to like that. I liked filming it, that's for sure, but I got more of those on the way. Plus, we've got a new set of videos, hiking videos, that kind of look a lot like what you see this one is, and a little bit of what we saw in the December video. So these videos are more like bonus videos, I guess you could say, which is really why it's important, if you haven't already done so, to hit that bell and select all notifications. That way, if we do get a bit of a bonus video coming up on Friday, you'll know it, you'll see it, and you won't miss it. And I really want to make sure you guys get these videos out and be able to see them and enjoy them, because that's why I'm making them. You know, I'm trying to throw some of that positivity out there into the world and share it with you guys. Try to make your Mondays for sure better, and your Fridays maybe every once in a while make them extra cool. So the way this works out is that I did film a bunch of hiking videos, and I filmed some maintenance and some, you know, mod install videos as well. And like I said last channel update, those are going to live in the Friday time slot, but they're bonus videos. So I've got a bunch of them made up. Whenever they run out, they run out, but you never know. I love filming and I love doing all this editing and things, so there's always room for me to put more videos up. So I enjoy doing that, and I want to keep it up. I did want to reiterate a few things as far as the channel goes. Number one, I need a new glove. I'm really wrecking these gloves, man. I'm bad for wrecking gloves. But number two is I wanted to reiterate the kind of philosophy that we have on this channel and the kind of way that I do things to provide video content, and the kind of things that we have as like a mission and like a bit of a vision of what we do here. You know, Prince Edward Island is beautiful. It's an amazing place to be. You know, summer, spring, winter, or fall, there's just so much beauty to find here, and a lot of it is hidden on the other side of, you know, dirt roads and, you know, trails and hiking paths. And that's the idea here at Island ADV, is to reach out and go to the other end of that red dirt road and find out what kind of adventure we can get into, and to always push our boundaries a little bit more and get outside of our comfort zone. Because as we say, adventure lives on the other side of your comfort zone. And any adventure is great as long as it brings you back with memories that you'll enjoy. So the philosophy here is new videos on Monday. My goal is to start your week out with a little bit of positivity. It's something to look forward to, because you know, the week, no matter how you swing it, it's a long week if you're working, and it's great to kick it off on the right foot. So new videos every Monday, that's the way we go. We have the odd, you know, bonus video on Fridays like you see here today now. And I want to keep that up. So the idea behind this is that I have a float. So I have about a float of 10 videos. Those are, you know, in YouTube, unlisted, ready to go. You know, I click a button and it fires up there. Every Monday, a video releases, and there's 2 in the chamber, or 2 in editing usually. And then there's 10 in the float. And that makes sure that we can keep that new video on Monday going. And make sure that we always have some new content to enjoy to kick our weeks off with. So our motto here on Island ADV is adventure lives on the other side of your comfort zone. And there's tons of adventure to be had on Prince Edward Island. And a lot of it is hidden on the other sides of red dirt roads and hiking paths and cart paths, etc. So it takes a little bit to find that, but that's where I come in. Every Monday, I fire up another video. We saddle up the Silver Fox, the KLR 650, and we head out and we try to find some adventure together. And what I mean by together is that if you subscribe to this channel, or if you watch any of the videos, I consider you a member of the ride group at ADV. And I always think that, like, whenever we're running out there and whenever we're riding together looking for adventures, that we are together. We're riding together, and that we're all looking at the same kind of thing. That's why I try to tend to keep the camera angle on the adventure a lot of times. In this case, you know, I have the benefit of a selfie stick, and we can keep the eye on the adventure in a few different places. So, it also brings up another thing. Any good ride group every once in a while stops and takes a break to get an idea of where we are. So that's the idea behind the channel updates. I do a channel update on Fridays at the end of every month. And I do that just so that we can get an idea of where we're going, give you an idea of what's coming up in the production schedule, in the videos that are coming down, and also just to give you a bit of a time to, you know, catch up to the timeline, I guess. Because if you haven't noticed, the videos that you're watching on Monday right now are all taking place in the early fall, but we're definitely in the dead of winter right now here. So, that's the idea behind that. Well, folks, it's getting really dark out, so it's probably time for me to wrap up this month's channel update. I hope you're having a great month. I hope you're having a great Friday, and I hope your weekend is excellent. I really appreciate you all coming along and enjoying these adventures with me, and it's just so awesome knowing that there's people all over the world that are sharing Prince Edward Island with me, and I hope that I can have some sort of positive impact in your week. I hope that I'm able to kick your week off on the right foot. And definitely, I want to hear about your stories as well. So if you have a story, or if you're ever inspired to tell a story, leave it in the comments of any video at any time. Anyway, I'm going to head back home. I'm going to get some supper. The tide is actually in, so it's time for me to get out of here. Anyway, take care, folks. We'll see you on the next adventure.